Good morning. Okay, so I am headed back home, wherever that might be. Um, and as I do, I realize that there's still shadows that haunt me. And these are your common shadows, like, fear of abandonment. Um, I guess it's a fear that I will never be understood. That that one's hard for me because as I've grown, as I've learned more, as I've deepened my wisdom, I've always had a depth to myself. And as a child, I didn't know how to speak to kids because of that depth. And adults didn't take me seriously because I was a child. And so I didn't have any friends. And as I got older, I covered up that depth because I got tired of being alone. I got really tired of being alone. But as I continue to grow, I realize I can't cover up that depth anymore. There isn't enough dirt in the world to fill in the ocean, right? There's not enough dirt in the world to fill up the depths of my soul. And this is very painful because I get dismissed, I get ridiculed, I get walked away from, I get snapped at, or ignored, or called silly or whatever. And it's painful because I have no one to share this with except my camera. My camera doesn't talk back. And so today, I am trying to release this. Trying to release the pain that has come from being too deep for people to understand. The pain that comes from having been ostracized. And I am not being dramatic about this, my friends. I am serious. As a child, we moved a lot. So I was always the new child, the new kid. But even when I stayed someplace for a longer period of time, people would be cool with being around me at first. But then, they would distance themselves from me. And as a child, that hurt a lot. So I went inward. And I read. And I read. And I read some more. And this didn't really help because, this just deepened my depth. But here, at 40, having been disappointed yet again, feeling like I had someone to talk to, but then I didn't. And I have to, the first thing that I feel is foolish because I felt like, well, maybe this person will understand. And when they didn't, I felt foolish. I really did. But I have to forgive myself because it's not necessarily my fault. It's just that I haven't found the right people yet. Haven't found the people that do understand, that do carry the same depth in their souls that I do. So while I may be sad that there isn't anyone talking back to me at this time, I still have faith and the knowing that they will find me, or I will find them when the time is right. And we are all ready. And then, these days will not have been for nothing. Because the healing that I am doing, the releasing of the pain, this clears the way. So as I can see it now, the path that I am on, yes, the path is there, but it is quite overgrown from years of neglect. Neglect of myself, neglect of my depth, of my spirituality, neglect of my connection. And so as I continue forward, machete in hand, hacking away at this overgrowth or that, I reveal thorns. And y'all know me, I'm walking barefoot. So, every now and then I have to dig a thorn out of my foot. So, if you resonate, if you have felt as though you had no one who understood, no one who could alleviate your concerns that you are crazy, I hope that my messages help. I hope that the depth of what I speak mirrors the depth of your own soul, and that you don't feel quite so alone. I know I'm not alone, but in the physical, it's nice sometimes to, sit down and have a conversation with someone that isn't about who did what wrong, that isn't about who is screwing over who, that isn't about the weather or health or food. It's nice to have a conversation that's got some meat and potatoes to it, you know what I mean? So hang in there. Hold on. It will come. Clear the path. It's there. It's just overgrown. Have a great day, guys.